Good morning, everybody.
And welcome back to our first show.
So, as usual, we have question about life and quote of the day, and we will start with the first one.
So today's subject is about related to students' life and actually choosing between being a specialist or a non-specialist.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
get that? I mean, there are people who study a field, a general field, and get a diploma from that, and there are people who are actually specialists of like an option of that field. So it is for students, but it can be for workers afterwards. So what do you think about that? So what was your
Approach.
your diploma actually? Did you get a specialist diploma or a general kind of one, and why?
Yeah, if you are talking about diploma, I see it both ways. Like, if you're talking about diploma, to be honest, most of the thing that we are studying is theoretical things, so it will not be as
Depends.
practical as practical. Even if you see engineer, it's not that practical comparing to the reality of things. And we can
You get deeper afterwards, but what you studied as a computer science will not throw that in the trash. You will work exactly that, but just push it far into the technical, practical cases, business cases and all outside.
If we take an example, if you take all your subject and see the right things, most of your subject that you did study, you are not using them today.
That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, most, because I specialized in one or two or three of them actually, so I won't be working with the others anymore. But yeah, I've learned like 10 or 12 kind of programming languages. I won't choose them on a daily basis. So I choose where to use them actually and learn from it, I would say.
Yeah. But if you take that 3 years and imagine that you did start working from that 3 years and reading books aside and exercising aside, you will gain way more knowledge than just going in college.
In that specialty.
Now today, if you see yourself today and you see if that 3 years that you did have doing engineering, or even to be honest, it's 5 years, all that 5 years, if you did start at the beginning doing what you do today, working in the right field and doing the right things and reading books and evolving and doing the other stuff, you would be 5 years ahead in your career, and it would be something.
I wouldn't say that. I actually disagree with you on this point, because if I start working right away, and I would have learned along the way, etc., but I would have lost the other knowledges or other courses that I learned, because we didn't really do only the theoretical courses. We had projects, we had a lot of practical cases, so I've learned a lot of other languages and kind of programming, so that I'm not using today, but it doesn't mean that I learned them for nothing, I would say.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's useless. It's not useless, because even if you take a literature license or like whatever is a bachelor degree, it's useful because it's a right mindset. But still, comparing to today, losing 5 or 7 or 8 or 6 years doing study, it's better to go directly to work and learn from that. And you can read books and you can do exercise on your own. And the real project, if you compare a project, the real life is way better than projects, because it's the real life.
Again, we learned a lot of different things in parallel that
nothing stop you to go to the.
Yeah, if you specialize in something, you won't really be looking into other things in parallel.
But let's take an example. Like if you say you want to be the best electrician, you need to. All the studies related to electrician is good, but the rest, it's not for you. You don't need to know them. You want to be a specialist. You want to be the good at your work. So the other one, okay, to have a knowledge, politically, to have a knowledge business-wise, but it's not the thing that you are doing your work in. So you better do it in practical way than losing 5 years. 5 years is not small.
For me, it's not losing at all. I actually gained a lot of things. The
no,
way
you
we
did
think.
enjoy the experience.
No,
yes.
no, it's not about enjoying the experience. It made me learn a lot of things. And after school, when I tried one or two things, I knew right away what I wanted because I went through and learned as many, I would say, courses or specialties. I learned as many specialties as I could. So once I started, I started working on one specialty and then switching to another. I knew exactly what I wanted because I've already seen the other ones. Like, even I didn't go deep on everyone, but I know, let's say in general, which language talks about what, and I was ready to make a decision. I would say.
I can take your word on it. Okay, let's say for 5 years, the first 2 or even 3 or even 4 years or 3 years, you test stuff. You go testing different language with the real life. You go in a company which do Java and work with Java with them 6 months and stop that and go with.
That's not a real life case. It doesn't happen.
You can.
Doesn't happen.
Nothing stop you to do that. Such thing.
No, you can't go to a company and just try to work for 6 months and then switch to another one. That's what I did.
Yeah, but
I did internships and different internships.
In summer, you have the whole that period. You can optimize it by doing the real work.
Okay, this is not the real subject. The real subject is Let's go back, please, to the real subject where we sort of had to choose between general studies and specialized studies, I would say.
Yeah, if you have to choose a study, okay, do generalized one because it brings you value in different things, and try to go deep in one on your time, and try to do internship on it and go deep, learn books about it. Do you know, like, there is a T-shape knowledge framework which tell you that you need to go wide in different subjects, but there is 1 or 2 subjects that you need to go deep in it. And so if you take a bachelor degree, be as generalized as possible, but you on your own go deep in one thing, unless you want to go out in the real market and study the real things.
Yeah. Moving on to the next section where we read inspirational quotes, and today's quote is...
Okay, so quote of the day is: big battles, big enough to matter, small enough to win.
That's good. To feel like if you really have quick wins and feel good about yourself, to be able to tackle the big battle, then I would say yes, absolutely. If you take a huge issue and you need to work toward winning that battle, then it will take a long time, like years, and you will feel maybe demotivated or a little bit down. So the trick is to actually divide that big battle into small little ones that you can win one after the other, and feel like you are having quick wins, which will motivate you to get to the next one until you get the whole picture at the end. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with the idea. Take a battle which is big enough to matter, but small enough to win. It depends. Sometimes you need to do it step by step, and you need to come back to reality and try to do it. Try to be patient and win in the long term. So try to do it step by step. For example, if you have a show, don't try to invite Steve Jobs. Start with inviting people that you know. For example, it's one of the things. On the other hand, sometimes even you when picking a battle that you may not win, may be beneficial for you, because
if you're looking for a challenge.
yeah, because it will push you in a way to discover yourself, to try new things, to really go out from your
comfort zone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you think, guys, about this code? We will publish it probably on Instagram, LinkedIn, so please check it out and tell us what do you think about it.
Thank you very much.
And see you in the next episode, you guys. Bye.